Good afternoon, everyone. It is Monday, April 1st, just after 12:20 p.m., and welcome into this early day version of our video weather discussion here. And we have a lot going on over the next couple of days, and it is not an April Fool's joke, but we are expecting severe weather chances across a large portion of the state today into tonight, and also a severe weather threat continuing for portions of the state even into Tuesday as well. And then we're going to look forward to the potential for some accumulating snow across portions of the state for especially Tuesday into Wednesday, and it may even linger into early Thursday for some areas as well. So we have a lot of weather coming up here, active weather coming up here across the state over the next couple of days. So with that said, let's jump right into it here. And we're going to first start off by discussing the severe weather chances, because we do have a fairly significant chance for severe weather across portions of the state for today. So starting off here with a look at one of our weather forecast models here. This is going to be the HRRR model I'm going to show you, one of the high resolution models, and then I'm also going to show you the experimental RRFS model, which is eventually going to be a model that takes over more so either later this year or early next year. So I'm going to show you that model as well here. Starting off with the HRRR model here, this is pretty much current time, and it is doing a pretty good job handling what's going on right now, because as of this time, during the midday hour, we are seeing some scattered showers and thunderstorms across southwestern and western Illinois, also up into portions of Iowa. That activity is actually going on at this point in time. And as we go through the afternoon here, what we're expecting to have happen is a couple of different things we're going to be watching for. The first thing we're going to be watching for is an increase in severe weather potential down across portions of southern and central Illinois during this afternoon. There's actually a warm frontal boundary in place here from northern Missouri down through portions of southern Illinois. That's roughly where the warm front is right now. So as we go through this afternoon, we're going to watch for the potential of these showers and thunderstorms to continue to develop this afternoon across portions of central and southern Illinois in the vicinity of that warm front, both along south and north of that warm front, and that activity will become severe, with it all modes of severe weather being possible with that activity along the warm front or in the vicinity of the warm front, as I mentioned this afternoon and evening. So that's what we're going to be watching for. Also, I do want to point out for you folks in northern Illinois, you are going to pick up some rain and thunderstorms today into tonight. I wouldn't totally rule out the outside chance of an isolated strong or severe thunderstorm across northern Illinois this afternoon or this evening, but the chances up there are very, very low overall. The main threat for today is definitely going to be across central and southern Illinois. Like I said, this afternoon and evening, we're going to be watching that warm front across central and southern Illinois for some severe weather activity. You can see this particular model does develop a couple of supercell thunderstorms down here across central and southern Illinois this afternoon and evening. And then another thing we're going to be watching for is the main cold front. It is expected to light up with severe thunderstorms this afternoon and evening from Missouri down through Kansas City, down through Kansas, down into Oklahoma and Texas as well along that cold front. And that activity, as you can see here, will then eventually move off towards the northeast and into central and southern Illinois more towards this evening and overnight tonight. So by the time we get to this evening, you could see those two areas we're watching for. You could see that activity along the warm front, and then you could see that activity along the cold front as well. We're going to be watching for through the day today and how it traverses portions of central and southern Illinois. This is as we move from this evening into overnight tonight. You can see all that activity from the cold front continues to spread here eastward across portions of central and southern Illinois with that severe weather threat. Even overnight tonight, we're going to be watching for the severe weather threat. For example, this image that I just stopped on here is for 2 o'clock in the morning, late tonight, early Tuesday morning. And you can see we have some vigorous probably severe thunderstorm activity going on here across portions of southern Illinois, even overnight tonight. So not only is this going to be a daytime threat today across central and especially southern Illinois as well, but it is also going to continue to be a threat overnight tonight as well. Then, as we head into Tuesday, we're going to be seeing the main area of low pressure end up moving up across the state of Illinois. It's going to kind of go on a track, kind of like this here, that low pressure, and it's going to have a trailing cold front. So Tuesday morning into Tuesday afternoon, we could be looking at a severe weather threat across eastern and southern Illinois as that storm system moves up across the state as well. And then a bigger threat, the bigger threat for Tuesday most definitely is going to be across Ohio, Kentucky, Tennessee, and Indiana, but we will have that threat, like I said, across eastern and southern Illinois as well. So that was the HRRR model. Let's take a look here at the RRFS model, which is actually going to print out a similar picture here. So as we go through the day today, you can see those couple areas we're watching for. Once again, I want to reiterate, you folks in northern Illinois, you are going to see showers and thunderstorms today into this evening and tonight, but the severe weather risk is going to be pretty low. Yes, there's an outside chance of a strong to severe thunderstorm across northern Illinois today into this evening, maybe early tonight, but the chances are pretty low. Without a doubt today, the biggest threat, like I said, is across central and southern Illinois. And as you can see here, similar to the HRRR model, the RRFS model also is focusing in here across portions of central and southern Illinois near that warm front for severe weather development this afternoon and evening, and then also along that cold front from Missouri down through Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas as well. And as I go through time here, you can see how all that activity evolves here. By the time we get through this evening and into tonight, we have a big area seeing severe weather activity from Kansas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, up through Missouri, central, southern Illinois, even off into Indiana. That's as we head through this evening and early tonight. And then look what happens overnight tonight. As I mentioned, the severe weather threat will continue overnight tonight across parts of central and southern Illinois. This image I stopped at right here is actually for 3 o'clock in the morning, very early Tuesday morning, and you can see here we have some very vigorous activity here on this particular model still ongoing across southern Illinois. So once again, to reiterate, not only is this an afternoon and evening threat today, but the threat will continue overnight tonight and into Tuesday morning as well. And then similar to the other model I showed you here, as we work into Tuesday morning and Tuesday afternoon, we have this area of low pressure that kind of moves on the track like this through the day on Tuesday. We're going to have that trailing cold front, and as I mentioned before, even Tuesday morning, we could be looking at a severe weather threat Tuesday morning across southern and eastern Illinois as well. So a lot of weather in the form of severe weather here coming up over the next day or two. So with that said here, let's take a visual look at some of these severe weather forecasts here for the next 2 days. So on the screen that I just pulled up here, this is the updated severe weather forecast for today and tonight. And if you've been following along, you may notice that we did increase severe weather probabilities here across portions of central and southern Illinois. So we have increased from a level 3 risk, and now we have upgraded to a level 4 risk for severe weather today and into tonight across central and southern Illinois. We will see multiple rounds of showers, thunderstorms, and severe weather potential anywhere from this afternoon through this evening, all the way through overnight tonight, and even into Tuesday morning as well here across central and southern Illinois. So fairly significant severe weather day expected. So if you are in this area here of central and southern Illinois, what we're essentially expecting is you to see several rounds of showers, thunderstorms with severe weather potential. Numerous severe thunderstorms will be likely today and tonight. The severe thunderstorms today and tonight will be capable of producing damaging winds, potentially some corridors of widespread damaging winds. Also, we're expecting to see hail, likely with many of these storms as well. Potentially some large hail being possible, maybe on the order of 2 inches or greater in diameter with some of the hail today. And also, we could see some tornadoes, especially in the vicinity of that warm front. Remember, I mentioned we do have a warm front here across portions of central and southern Illinois today, and near that warm front there could be some locally higher low-level shear and a little little bit more backing to the low-level winds. So in the vicinity of that warm front would be that best chance to see maybe some tornado threat today as well. So all modes of severe weather will be possible for today. And then, as I mentioned, for you folks across northern Illinois, you are going to get some showers and thunderstorms today and tonight. And there is the outside chance of maybe an isolated strong to severe thunderstorm threat across northern Illinois today and into early tonight. But the threat overall is very low, but it is enough of a threat to have a little bit of a risk up there. But as you can see here, the level 2, 3, and 4 severe weather risk across central and southern Illinois, that's where the more higher coverage and more significance of severe weather is expected as we go through the afternoon and evening hours today, and then overnight tonight and into Tuesday morning as well. Speaking of Tuesday, we're also going to be looking for that severe weather risk on Tuesday as well. And as I mentioned before, it's more going to be across southern and eastern Illinois here. You can see that severe weather risk for Tuesday morning into Tuesday afternoon, as that area of low pressure is going to move northeastward across the state. We're going to have that cold front that moves through, and we will have that activity that develops along the cold front and then moves off to the northeast with that storm system. So Tuesday morning into Tuesday afternoon, we will have that severe weather chance, mostly east central down into southern Illinois as well. So with that said, before I start talking about the snow chance, let's get to some of the comments and questions here in the live video chat here this afternoon. See Jason checking in from Florida this afternoon. Thank you for checking in. I wish I was in Florida at this time. It's a little jealous there. See Brent checking in, wondering if this is going to be an April Fool's joke. Definitely not. Definitely not an April Fool's joke. We have the significant severe weather potentially today into tonight. That severe weather chances even Tuesday morning and afternoon. And then, yes, we do have accumulating snow on the way for portions of the northern part of the state as we head into Tuesday and Wednesday and maybe even into Thursday as well. We'll get to that in just a moment here. Still on the topic of severe weather at this point in time, though. Stephanie checking in from Bolivar, Missouri. Yes, you have a significant severe weather chance as you head through this afternoon, evening, and into early tonight. Really, there's not a specific small time window. It's pretty much going to be this afternoon into tonight, into early tonight for your area, kind of that big time frame that you could be dealing with severe weather out your way in Missouri. Tyler checking in from central Illinois. Yes, you're going to be getting that severe weather as well. Jackie checking in up in northern Illinois from Palos Hills. Outside chance of a strong to severe thunderstorm, but it's a very low and isolated risk. Shane checking in from Macomb area. Yes, you can get a severe weather risk. That'll generally be this afternoon and evening. By the time you get to tonight, that severe weather risk will come to an end. Kimberly checking in from the Springfield area, wondering if there will be any tornado chance around your area. As of right now, that warm front is south of your area, so the best chance of tornadoes will, as it looks right now, that warm front is still shifting around a little bit. The best chance of tornadoes will probably be more down towards south central and southern Illinois, so places like the I-70 corridor, the I-64 corridors. That'll probably be the better chance for the tornado threat, but in the Springfield area, you're going to be dealing with maybe an isolated tornado threat, but more so a large hail and a damaging wind threat as well. And the same goes for, I see Paige was checking in from the Springfield area as well. Sarah checking in from northern Illinois, Oswego. Outside chance of an isolated strong to severe thunderstorm, but generally just garden variety showers and thunderstorms. Greg checking in, wondering about the level 4 risk. Mentioning the Storm Prediction Center still has a level 3 risk in place compared to our level 4 risk. They make their own forecast just like we make our own forecast here, so we're not always going to see eye to eye. We feel that the coverage of the severe weather is going to be towards the higher end today, which means we're expecting essentially to see numerous severe thunderstorms across central and southern Illinois for today. Because remember, both our risks and the Storm Prediction Center risks, they're based on coverage, not severity. And I know a lot of people don't actually realize that. But once again, the severe weather forecasts we issue and the severe weather forecasts that you see the Storm Prediction Center issue with the slight, the marginal, the enhanced, the moderate risk, that forecast is actually based on coverage of severe weather, not significance. And a lot of folks actually don't know that. So when you see their enhanced risk across central and southern Illinois, which is a level 3 risk, and for the same areas we have that level 4 risk across central and southern Illinois, once again, that is based on the coverage of severe weather that we're expecting. So that's why I mentioned we're expecting numerous severe weather. Now, in terms of intensity, anytime you see this area here, pretty much across central and southern Illinois, you might notice all these little dashed lines here. That is where we're expecting intensity to be on the higher side. So that's where we could see some significant or intense severe thunderstorms being possible. So anytime you see that hatching, those little dashed lines, either on our severe weather forecast or the Storm Prediction Center severe weather forecast, that's where we're forecasting the higher intensity of the severe weather to be. And for these areas, once again, that are in these dashed little lines, which, like I said, is what we call hatching, and you can see that is delineated down here in our legend. That's what we call significant severe weather. For those areas, that is where we could see the potential for corridors of damaging winds to be possible, and hail larger to be possibly larger than 2 inches in diameter to be possible as well. So that's what the significance factor is right there. Carrying on here, see many more questions here regarding specific towns. If you're asking what to expect for your specific town or your specific county, I will point you towards our severe thunderstorm forecast. I hope that you could pinpoint where you live on a map. And if you can't do that, I would urge you to find out, because you should know where you live on a map. So anyone asking for their particular backyard or your particular county, I point you towards our forecast graphic here for you to get that information. I do want to focus in on a few more of the detail questions here this afternoon. See Carmichael checking in here. You have a sister traveling from Illinois to Missouri right now. What should they expect? Right now, there are just some scattered showers and thunderstorms across portions of Missouri and western and southwestern Illinois. But as we head through this afternoon, this evening, and into tonight, the coverage of the rain, thunderstorms, and severe weather will be the highest. Like I said, later, more so, let's say mid-afternoon through the evening and into overnight tonight, that is when the rain, thunderstorms, severe weather coverage is going to be the highest there across central southern Illinois, back into Missouri as well with that severe weather threat. All right, here, Tracy mentioning that a year ago that we had a similar kind of situation. Yes, if you recall last year on March 31st, which would have been yesterday, we had that big tornado outbreak across the region and across the state of Illinois. It was the 3rd largest tornado outbreak on record across the state, across the country, the 2nd biggest across the state of Illinois. So yes, a year ago, yesterday, we were dealing with very significant severe weather across the state of Illinois as well. So fast forward here to this year, and we are dealing with a significant severe weather threat once again across portions of the state of Illinois. Russell checking in. Last night you had some golf ball size hail near your area. Yes, last night we did have that supercell thunderstorm that did bring some large hail, even some damaging winds yesterday afternoon and evening to parts of central Illinois. Even saw some tennis ball size hail near the Decatur area yesterday evening. Nathan wondering about the cloud cover potential for the eclipse. We'll actually start to talk more about the eclipse and the sky conditions for the eclipse as we get into later this week. But obviously, over the next couple of days, the current weather with the severe weather and the snow chances are going to be much more of focus at this point in time. All right, so with that said, I do want to briefly here get to the potential for some snow, because snow is possible with the storm system as well. So as this storm system starts to wrap up here across the state on Tuesday, here we go. This is Tuesday morning here. Our area of low pressure here in western Illinois, it is moving off towards the northeast. We're going to have some colder air filtering in on Tuesday on the backside of this storm system here. So as we go deeper into Tuesday here, this is Tuesday afternoon. We have our area of low pressure moving through northeastern Illinois, and it is going to move into Michigan. And we have precipitation with that colder air moving in that's turning to snow here from northern Michigan down through a good chunk of Wisconsin, down into parts of northern Illinois here. So during the day on Tuesday, as that colder air filters in, rain will change over to snow. It could be heavy snow for a time here across portions of northern Illinois up into Wisconsin. Then as we head into Tuesday evening, early Tuesday night, things may dry out just a little bit as that low pressure moves up into Michigan. You could see snow up across Wisconsin and northern Michigan. But then, as we head into Tuesday night and eventually Wednesday morning, as this low pressure system occludes and deepens here a little bit, we have that snow that wraps back in here, not only across northern Illinois and Wisconsin, but down into parts of central Illinois could see some snow Tuesday night and into Wednesday morning as well. And then that snow, as you can see here, even lingers here into the afternoon and evening hours on Wednesday, and maybe a little bit of snow even lingering across parts of northern and central Illinois into Thursday morning as well. So not only the severe weather aspect of the storm system we're watching, but we're also watching the potential for maybe some accumulating snow. Now, most of that would probably fall from Tuesday afternoon and then again Tuesday night and into Wednesday morning, but like I said, there could be a little bit of lingering snow for some areas even into Thursday morning as well. So with that said here, let's take a look at the potential for some snowfall accumulation across portions of the state. So this is for, once again, especially Tuesday afternoon through Wednesday morning, but it could even linger into Thursday morning. We are expecting some snowfall accumulation across portions of northern and central Illinois. As you can see for many areas here across a good chunk of northern and central Illinois, we're expecting less than an inch of snow. So essentially just a dusting of snow for everyone in that lighter blue color. But as you get up here, pretty much north of I-88, across northern Illinois, and as you head further north up towards the Wisconsin border, that's where snowfall totals will increase to 1 to 3 inches. And then as you can see, as we get to the darker blue color, 2 to 5 inches. And then up into Wisconsin, they could get 4 to 7 inches of snow, maybe even more than 4 to 7 inches of snow further north up into Wisconsin. So some of the same areas that picked up some significant snowfall about week and a half, 2 weeks ago, that corridor up there across northern Illinois picked up between 4 to 10 inches of snow about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. Some of the same areas are going to pick up some snow once again with this storm system here. Once again, most of this would fall Tuesday afternoon and into Wednesday morning, but some of that could even linger into Wednesday afternoon and even maybe Thursday morning as well. So some snow on the way, accumulations looking increasingly likely across, especially northern Illinois here as we get into the Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday night, Wednesday night time frame, maybe even into early Thursday morning. So, with that said here, let's try to get to a couple more comments and questions here. Nathaniel wondering if the time frame for the St. Louis area regarding severe weather today is around 10 p.m. No. You could have severe weather being possible this afternoon and this evening as well. It's a very, very large time frame for the St. Louis area. This afternoon, this evening, into overnight tonight is your time frame for severe weather in the St. Louis area. Oh, right here. let's try to get to a couple more comments or questions here. Once again, if you are wondering what to expect regarding the severe weather today or tonight in your particular hometown location or your county, I definitely refer you to our forecast graphic here because it will answer that question for you. And regarding time frame is any time from now all the way through overnight tonight. I know you folks, you like to have specific small time frames, but with this situation today and tonight, it is not a specific small time frame. It is any time from now all the way into overnight tonight. I wish there was a smaller time frame we were looking at for this severe weather potential, but there is not. It's pretty much from now, early this afternoon, all the way through overnight tonight with the severe weather threat across central and southern Illinois. So with that said, we will be monitoring the situation severe weather-wise, obviously through the day today, into tonight, into Tuesday as well. We'll also be monitoring that potential for that accumulating snow, especially across northern Illinois for Tuesday into Wednesday and maybe even into Thursday as well. We will be here providing updates as needed. Like I said, today, tomorrow, and the next couple of days as well. So be on the lookout on our social media pages, whether it be Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, also on our website. Be on the lookout for any updates regarding the severe weather potential and the snowfall potential here coming up over the next couple of days. So with that said, it's almost closing in on 1 o'clock now here in about another 12 minutes. So we'll go ahead and wrap up this discussion for early this afternoon. Like I said, we will be here monitoring the situation here, not only today and tonight with the severe weather chances, but over the next couple of days with the severe weather and snow chances, and we will be here to bring you those updates as well. So with that said, we'll wrap it up for now. Stay tuned to the weather conditions, especially for you folks across central and southern Illinois today and into tonight.